decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
The ball carrier.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 15.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He gets it to Brown, complete. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 34 yards.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Jackson will throw again. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he is all the way up past the 25. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
28-yard line.
It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Drew Locke on target to Jerry Jeudy. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll have another 1st down and more. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 54 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is...
And his kick is right through.
The game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He finds an opening past the 40. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
To Cortland Sutton.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now this time, Locke will throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
At their own 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And now Jackson will look to throw it, eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st down.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Baltimore Raven. 1st and goal at the 3.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Got a man. It's Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards.
Ravens. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10. Now Locke on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense is ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal.
Give him 30 yards there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Locke. Flushed out, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Screen pass to Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Tackle made at the...
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they will stop him short They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Returnable for Spencer. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 40.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Mike Purcell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
That's a gain of 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And 11.
And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 42.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
The Ravens are victorious here as we say